proceed with our problem. Let us first read our problem. The Rathi Company Limited of Latur has a branch at Ambajogai. Goods are invoiced from the head office at cost plus 33.13%. From the following particulars show the branch account in the books of head office. Stock on 1st January 2019 16,000. Sundry debtors on 1st January 2019 8,000. Furniture on 1st January 2019 2,000. Petty cash on 1st January 2019 100. Here we can understand that stock, sundry debtors, furniture, petty cash, these are the assets. The opening balance of assets is given here. Next, goods invoiced by head office 80,000. Then cash sales is given 60,000. Credit sales 20,000. Goods returned by branch 6,000. Goods returned by debtors 1,000. Cash received from debtors in full satisfaction of 15,800 is 15,000. Let us focus this point. Cash received from debtors, that is we received cash from debtors. We have to get a cash of rupees 15,800, but we have received rupees 15,000 in full settlement of 15,800. It means that here rupees 800 is a discount allowed to debtors or discount given to debtors. Next, bad debts written off 1,200. Checks sent to branch, salary, rent, petty cash. These are the expenses made by branch, and check has been sent by the head office to the branch for meeting the expenses of the branch. So salary, rent and cash amount is given here. Lastly given depreciation on furniture 200. Stock on 31st December 2019. Petty cash on 31st December 2019. Now here we can understand these are the closing stocks of assets. Now if we see here are stock, sundry debtors, furniture and petty cash. The opening balance of 4 assets has been given here. And here we can see depreciation of furniture is given. It means that closing balance of furniture can be calculated. Stock and petty cash's closing balance is given, but the closing balance of sundry debtors is not given in the problem. So friends, in this problem we are solving our branch account and we are taking debtors system. Hence the closing balance of debtors is not given. We have to open branch debtors account separately. So let us proceed to our solution part. Here we will solve our problem. Friends, the very first and very important step to solve our accounting problem is thoroughly go through the problem. Thoroughly read through the problem and understand what are the hidden adjustments into our problem. Likewise, we have read all the items given in our problem, and I have also discussed some hidden information in our problem. So now we will go through the solution part. We have to open head office. In the books of head office we have to calculate our problem because they have given us instruction that show the branch account in the books of head office. So we will start our solution in the books of Rathi Company Limited, Latur branch account. Students, this is a format of branch accounting. This format we have studied in our earlier video where I have thoroughly discussed all the items there. So we have to just highlight our A, B, C, D, E and F points of format. Now we will put the items of our problem into this format. So for solving the branch account, we have to first make out our branch account and we have to write down our format. As in this problem, closing debtors is not given, we are opening branch debtors account. Here I have opened a branch debtors account. In this we will write the debtors related items. So let us proceed. Firstly, stock on 1st January 2019, 16,000. This is a opening stock of assets. So we will write here stock. Stock on 1st January 2019 is 16,000. So we will write here 16,000. Then sundry debtors. We will write here sundry debtors in our first head, that is opening balances of asset, sundry debtors. Then we have given furniture. Let us write furniture here. Furniture, that is 2,000. Then petty cash. Petty cash, it is of rupees 100. So this is our first head, that is two opening balances. In bracket I have given assets. We have to write the opening balances of assets here. So we have written down the four opening balances, that is stock, sundry debtors, furniture and petty cash. Friends, as you see, while recording the items in our format, I am ticking it here in our problem. The reason behind it, if we tick mark these items, we will come to know at the end which items have been recorded and which items are still remained to be recorded. So this is a best practice to solve the accounting problem. Just tick mark here which items you have recorded into your solution part. So next is goods invoiced by the head office. Now this is goods sent to branch account, that is head office has sent goods to the branch account. So this is the second head, B head, to goods sent to branch account. Amount is rupees 80,000. Head is written here, so I will put only amount here. Then next item is the cash sales. Cash sales are recorded at the credit side of branch account under the head by bank account. Here we will write cash sales. Cash sales, we will write 60,000 amount at inner column because we have to write another items there and we have to give effect. So cash sales have been given. Cash sales is recorded at the credit side of branch account under the head by bank account. Next is credit sales. Now credit sales are not recorded in the branch account. So what to do? Credit sales is an item of debtors account. So it should be written in the branch debtors account. Now we will write this credit sales at debit side to credit sales. Credit sales are 20,000. Branch debtors account, debit side. I have kept one line here so that we can write here our opening balance of debtors. Now we know the opening balance of debtors is 8,000. So we will write here to opening balance, as this is a debtors account. So opening balance is 8,000 rupees. Let us proceed further. The next item is goods returned by branch. Now goods, branch have returned some goods to the head office. This item is recorded at the credit side of branch account. Now here we will write G head by goods sent to branch account. Under bracket I will write return so that we can understand it easily. The amount is 6,000. Goods returned, the amount is 6,000 rupees. Now next head, goods returned by debtors. Now goods returned by debtors is not recorded in our branch account. So this is again a debtors head. We will write this head in our debtors account. So goods written by debtors is written on the credit side of branch debtors account, that is by goods written on 1000. Next is cash received from debtors in full satisfaction of rupees 15,800. Cash received is rupees 15,000. Now we have received the cash of rupees 15,000, but whatever we have to get is 15,800. It means that we have settled our amount at 800 discount. So 800 is a discount allowed to debtors or discount given to debtors. So we will first write the effect of cash received from debtors. So cash received is written on the credit side of branch account. Here we have written cash sales. Under this, cash received from debtors. Now we have received only 15,000, so we will write here only 15,000. So total cash we received is 75,000. Now this 800 are the discount. It means this 800 is a loss for us. So this 800 is written on branch debtors account at the credit side by discount allowed. By discount allowed 800. Friends, this is a hidden adjustment into our problem. We have to carefully look through this and we have to give its correct effect. Next, bad debts written off. Bad debts are not written into the branch account. This will be recorded at our branch debtors account at the credit side. Here I will write by bad debts written off 1,200 rupees. Next is checks sent to branch. Now head office sends check for meeting the expenses of branch. So the check is given. This item is recorded on the debit side of branch account, third head, under the head to bank account, that is means by expenses, to meet the expenses. So what are the charges? We will write here. Firstly, salary. Our first expenses is salary, that is 4,000 rupees. Next expense is rent, that is 2,000 rupees. Next is petty cash, that is 500 rupees. You can write all these items in the inner column and make a total of it and give it to the outer column also. Now we have written all these items here. Let us proceed to our next item, that is depreciation on furniture. Now depreciation is not shown in the branch account. So what to do? Now depreciation is given on furniture. We have opening balance of furniture given. Now furniture's opening balance is 2,000. Depreciation on the furniture is 200. So we comes to know the closing balance of furniture. So while writing the closing balance, so depreciation on furniture is given, we can write down closing balances of our asset. So closing balances of the assets are written on the credit side of branch account, that is last item of our branch account, credit side. So closing stock is given 11,000. We will write stock 11,000. Then closing debtors will calculate after closing the branch debtors account. So we are writing debtors here only. We will write the amount after our closing the branch debtors account. Then furniture, as opening balance of furniture is 2,000. We have written 2,000 here, and depreciation on furniture is 200. So 200 will be subtracted from our opening balance. So our closing balance of furniture comes to 1,800 rupees. And lastly, the closing balance of petty cash is given. So closing balance of petty cash of rupees 50 is written on the credit side of our branch account. So here we have written all the items given in our problem. We have recorded all these items into our branch account. Some items which are not recorded in the branch account, they are recorded into our branch debtors account. Likewise, we have maintained or opened our branch debtors account. Firstly, we have written opening balance of debtors account. Then credit sales are recorded at the debit side of debtors account. Goods returned by the debtors are recorded on the credit side. Discount allowed. Now cash received was our 15,000 and it was given in the full settlement of rupees 15,800, that is cash received from debtors was 15,000. This head is remained unwritten in our debtors account. So we will write this head in our debtors account, that is by cash received 15,000 credit side. And as the full settlement amount is 15,000 but we have to get 15,800, so the difference amount 800 is discount allowed, which we have written earlier. Then bad debts is also given. So all the heads have been recorded into our debtors account. Now let us close our debtors account and find out the closing balance of our debtors. So debit side is greater than the credit side, so we will write 28,000 total here. So 28,000, we will close this amount. Now here by closing balance. Now whatever the balancing figure will be the closing balance. So here is 15,000, 1,200, 8,000 and 1,000. In total 18,000 is here. So our closing balance will be 10,000. So closing balance of debtors. Now this closing balance is derived from the balancing figure. I am writing it intentionally so you can know it easily. So the balancing figure is 10,000. This is the closing balance of our debtors. So we will write this amount into the debtors closing balance 10,000 at our branch account. Friends, we have written all the heads. We have written the closing balances also. Now we have to go through the internal adjustments. Here we have given that goods are invoiced from the head office at cost plus 33.13%. It means that 33.13% comes to 1/4 of invoice price is equal to 1/4 of invoice price. So the goods are invoiced more than cost price. So we have to calculate the loading into our goods. So for the loading we have to consider whether the goods items are which are the items of goods where the loading is given. So we will first see goods invoiced by the head office, that is goods sent to branch. First loading is here. Then goods returned by branch, second loading is here. And as our stock is associated with our goods, so our opening stock and our closing stock here. These 4 items are of our loading. So how much loading is associated in these items? As problem says us 33.13%. It comes to 1/4 of invoice price. How it comes to 1/4 of invoice price? I have discussed in our earlier video where I have given all the theoretical concepts and I have given the table of calculation of this. So you can check this in my video. So 1/4 of invoice price, the amount contains 1/4 loading. So let us write down these loadings into our branch account. This is a internal adjustment because goods are invoiced at cost plus price. So firstly opening stock, that is 16,000. Now 1/4 loading comes to rupees 4,000. So this loading will be recorded at the credit side of branch account. So we will write here by difference in opening stock, or you may write loading in opening stock, whatever you can write there. Now 16,000 is opening stock. 1/4 of 16,000 comes to rupees 4,000. Loading is 1/4. Here we have given loading is 1/4. So difference of opening stock is written on the credit side. Next item is goods invoiced by the head office, 80,000. Here we have written at the debit side goods sent to branch account 80,000. Now 1/4 of 80,000 comes to 20,000. Again this difference will be written on the credit side of branch account by difference in goods sent. Now goods are sent of rupees 80,000, 1/4 loading comes to 20,000. Likewise, goods returned by branch. Branch has returned the goods of rupees 6,000. Loading will be the 1/4 of 6,000, that is 1/4 of 6,000 comes to 1,500. So let us write this difference here. Now here is the closing balance of liabilities. As we have not given any liabilities in our problem, so we will dash mark it and we will write 2 difference in goods sent, that is returned. Now 1/4 loading comes to 1,500, and the last head closing stock of goods contains rupees 11,000. Now the 1/4 loading comes to 2,750. So this loading we will write on the debit side to difference in closing stock. It comes to 2,750. Student, this calculation of loading is very important under the debtors system. Branch accounting is associated with this calculation. This is very important calculation, but it is very easiest way to calculate this. So we have written everything. We have done all the effects. We have completed our hidden informations. We have completed all the adjustments. So now this is a time to close our branch account. Now let us close our branch account. As we see, our total of branch accounts credit side is more than debit side. So let us make the total of this branch account. The total comes to 75,000 plus 6,000 plus 4,000 plus 20,000 plus 11,000 plus 10,000 plus 1,800 plus 50 is equal to 1,27,850. 1,27,850. Now the difference amount, whatever the difference amount, will be the net profit of our branch account. So difference 1,27,850 minus 16,000 minus 8,000 minus 2,000 minus 100 minus 800 minus 400 minus 200 minus 500 minus 1,500 minus 2,750. The balancing figure will be rupees 11,000. So 11,000 is a profit of your branch account. This profit is transferred to profit and loss account. So student, in this way we can solve the problem of branch accounting under debtors system. By very simple technique we can solve the problem by just keeping our format in mind and just going through some hidden information. We can easily come to the calculation, or we can easily solve our problem. By this way, we can solve branch accounting problems under data system. This is a very simple way to solve the problems of data system. Friends, if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, Dr. Mamtaz Educational Clips. Please share, please watch and please like. Thank you.